Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man show one everybody feeling so awakened. Rastaman show us good, and it bring us.
Stibbidim day, stibbidim day, stibbidim day. We in Global TV say certain kind of friend we no cape, and some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good morning and welcome to Hold My Peace. I am perturbed this morning by what the Governor General has done. And I'm asking you, my researchers, globalists, and supporters this morning, can you, if possible, if you hear or know of the People's National Party responding to the Governor General? Because I'm about to have a breakdown this morning. You may all have to hold me this morning. It is Monday, and I don't know if I have the strength to hold me back this morning because too much toilet seatism is going on in our country. I know it's early for you on the Eastern timeline, but my God, is it not going down in our nothing, everything mash up, everything. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning, and welcome. Everything in our country is breaking down. Everybody has become a lapdog for Andrew Holness. If you don't understand what King Charles' position is, I'm going to explain King Charles' position for you. I will have to this morning because I don't think you understand. The Gleaner call it an unprecedented. Is that what they call it? The Gleaner call it an unprecedented move. This is a violation of our constitutional norm. In a rare move, the Gleaner call it. In a rare move. I can tell on a morning before thought have the meltdown this month. Share the live, people, because people need to understand the different powers in our country and how they operate. And when they have stepped out of the line they are operating in, as the Governor General has done in this case. Share the live when you've crowd for the meltdown this morning. Remember, the Governor General represents the family of pedophile and wrong-uns in our country. The pedophiles and wrong-uns in Britain cannot intervene in British politics, nor the legislative process of Britain. Therefore, that which represents the family of pedophiles and wrong-uns in Jamaica cannot, should not, and must not get involved in Jamaica politics. Real sweet, beat and teach. Good morning. How no do? Call crowd, you know. People need to know the Governor General's power, if he has none or not, or who is the string puller behind the Governor General and his bullshit. Lynn Jenkins, good morning. Sophia Hall, Zenith Beckford, Willie Dunn, Debbie Jarvis TV, Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, good morning. No, hold me back. Me say for the now, hold me back. Wayne Evans, good morning. Because to say, me not even I did chance to hold back myself this morning, Hero Bottom. Arlene Scott, good morning. P. Richards, good morning. Hero Bottom, Evan Riley, good morning. RC Blues, good morning. Miranda Ruddock, Bernice Nicholson, Don Mel, Julie Roberts, good morning. Good morning. Mavis Forbes, good morning. Dolores McLean, good morning. Who is on the tick here? Good morning, Colleen. Debian, good morning. Ahmad, good morning. Michael Morris, good morning. Right. If you're not aware, I get this out of the way first, it wind my keys the other way. If you're not aware of what the Governor General says, or done rather, you know there's a review of the Integrity Commission brouhaha, where they might try and mash up everything. And you know, various different people and bodies and organizations are submitting what the updates or the review, what should be updated in the review of the legislation. You know, Everett Warmington has succeeded in getting that advice or whatever passed to, that recommendation rather, passed to remove Pamela Monroe Ellis from the commission. The Gleaner here says, in a rare move, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen has submitted, listen carefully, has submitted formal, in writing, recommendation to a joint select committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act, posing legislative changement aimed at enhancing the effectiveness, the efficiency rather, the transparency and independency of the Integrity Commission, not of the government, the Integrity Commission. Now, I am going to explain to you the role of the Crown. You have what is called residual powers, leftover powers. That's given that Parliament or the state did not take from the Crown when they were removing the powers of the monarch. Those residual powers are known as what are called royal prerogative, the powers of the Crown. Now, the powers of the Crown, they bear constitutional and ceremonial duties. Note the word duties. Constitutional and ceremonial duties. Some of them, such as the constitutional duties, like the dissolution of Parliament, the appointment of prime ministers and key office position, the state opening of Parliament, and things like that, that are their constitutional and ceremonial duty, the cutting of ribbons, the constitutional duty of giving royal assent to legislation. They have those powers. Those powers, though, cannot be exercised on the whims and fancies of Prince Charles. No, he cannot. Those powers that are called royal prerogative powers is exercised by the government. So Prince Charles cannot dissolve the British Parliament. He can only do so ceremonially or constitutionally on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Crown, the monarch doesn't have the power to exercise royal prerogative. Even though it's their power, it is only exercised on the advice of the government. Now, when the whole British, when they take away the power from the royal after they have to chop off one of them head and all of that, the royals were stripped of their powers where they get up and proclaim things and it become law, and those powers were given to Parliament. Since that happens, beat and teach, the crown, the monarch, cannot, must not, and should not. This was why Elizabeth was so silent. Cannot, should not, and must not interfere in the political affairs of the country. You have no power to do so. You have no right to do so. Your influence should not go either way in the country as the head of state. If a head of state gets involved in your politics, they're likely to get their head chopped off, and that is what should happen to Patrick Allen. He should be headed for what he has done. Patrick Allen cannot do that without Andrew Holness asked him to do that. Patrick Allen, representing Prince Charles, knows that Prince Charles cannot get involved in the affairs of the British Parliament. So Andrew Holness is using the monarch, the power of the monarch, to overthrow a legislation. That is what is happening here. Andrew Holness is using the power of the monarch to overthrow a legislation. Something that Patrick Allen damn well full know that he ought not to get involved with. Right. I see no one said they heard any response from the PNP. Me either. I haven't seen any. And I don't see anybody saying here, I have seen any. Her Majesty's opposition. Jellyback, Slow Chip, Pinker Farm, PNP. One have hope a liar over there now. Mark Golden, Isaac Buchanan, Philip Paulwell, Donald Scott Motley. A whole house of UNO over there, calling yourself Her Majesty's opposition. The Governor General is in breach. The Governor General is in breach. The PNP, who is Prince Charles's opposition, has not come out and say to the people, the Governor General has let himself be used as a bitch by the Prime Minister in order to overthrow the legislative process. Something Prince Charles could have get his head chopped off for. And Jellyback PNP not come out. Hungry for power PNP not come out. Because so much happening in our country. So much. And PNP not get up and stand up for it. But because it's politically expedient with UNO and the war with Holness and Dennis Chung. UNO cannot demonstrate. But UNO hear the Holness and murder 15,000 now with PNP. UNO silent as fuck. Call yourself Her Majesty's opposition. And the Governor General is being used by the Prime Minister to tear down the legislative process and PNP silent. Educated have so much lawyers over their PNP. None of them can come out and say to the people, the Governor General have no place here. Prince Charles ought to pull the Governor General up for interfering in the legislative process of Jamaica. Where is PNP? Where is PNP? We want power in this country. We can stand up for it, but we don't want power. And that we expect on to do, you know. Stand up for it so we go on power because we see so we protect we. But PNP, it's all about politics, for now. It's all about working on a way back to power. Hero Baton, don't make a go down and meltdown this morning. What is too early to blame the PNP for? Today and Monday. The Governor General's done it from when? They will come out today. Listen. Uno go on like say politics in our country is a Monday to Friday situation. PNP supporters, I want to make talk to now. Uno go on like politics in our country a Monday to Friday. PNP come campaign and beg vote and tell lie per weekend, don't they? So why they can't respond to something the Governor General did on Friday? Why me respond before the PNP? I mean, I seek power in Jamaica. Uno PNP. Uno PNP. I'm going to watch Uno and tell Uno say, Uno no better than labor right when PNP come in a power and start the fuckery in our country. No. Talk. How long has Dr. Hunter come out and talk say Christopher and Andrew a murder, how much are we? You see the PNP go demonstrate about it. You see the PNP go have press conference about it. It's not a big issue. There's not a lot of politics in it because them are going to kill the same amount when them come in. Don't tell me that the PNP will come out today after the Governor General do something Friday. Something that Big Mouth Julian Robinson, and whoever else from the PNP sits in the Integrity Commission, they knew of it before the Gleaner write about it. So now tell me, so them are going to come out today. This is how PNP has behaving in opposition for too long. Wait until everybody come out, cry, scream, and everything before PNP act like them care about it. But they want power. Me plan for PNP this morning, you know. Uno me plan for this morning, PNP. Because I know say, uno they are going to run out and make the excuse. Me know they are going to run out and make the excuse. Me no PNP and me no labor right. Me no they here for protect Mark Golden till he win. What Mark Golden does is work to win. I saw it go. Don't come tell me like, the whole one go on with all the time. Oh, if you see the flaws of PNP, don't criticize them because it will give Andrew the edge over them. Work for your money. Work for power. Work for power. The plan for the PNP this man, you know, coming on, someone was going to come and pluck up all the excuse, blah, blah, blah. No, work for power. Work for power. Why them for sit down and silent to the government corruption and then we can't call it out? Why we can't call it out? What happened to Saturday and Sunday? Well, we not exist Saturday and Sunday, Jamaican people. Why you always have to wait until the PNP choose to say, you need help and representation to step forward? PNP people want to know. What is wrong with UNO? Just like our labor right, load up Andrew for fail are the same fucking thing when I do with Mark Gold. Me not night with UNO one go on. UNO one go on. Me not night with UNO. Me see where we are now cotton wool Mark Golden. Just like UNO cotton wool Andrew Oldness 10 years ago. We want to bring down Portia because Portia was too corrupt. And the cotton wool Andrew, look at UNO now. Me no in a hit with no. I am here for Jamaica. If you all are here for PNP, fine. If you all are here for labor right, fine. I'm here for Jamaica. Too much things vlogger come out pan before PNP. We're happening in a parliament with PNP there and no long time before Gleaner write it. Before Gleaner write it, the PNP representative on the committee know what the Governor General did. Short lip. Because all of them corrupt. Because there may be not enough politics in it for the PNP. Like how there's a lot of politics in it for the Dennis Chung bullshit. Because it is bullshit. But the PNP is using it to play politics when bigger issue, like the killing of 15,000 of us, that they're not seeing the necessary to call a demonstration on. The Prime Minister is using the Governor General to overthrow the legislative process in this country. And PNP has so much lawyers. PNP in a parliament. I don't want me to wait until the sloth that the People's National Party is crawl across the street, cause traffic on both sides. That I don't want me to wait for. May I call them out? Because the PNP must be, just how Andrew is a robust crook, and Andrew always furnish us with crookedness, then the People's National Party, who call themselves Her Majesty's opposition, must furnish us with robust representation as opposition. They must do that. Otherwise, I'm going to call them out. Because they knew about it before Friday. We became aware of it on Friday. They knew about it before Friday. They who sits on the committee, the PNP them, who sits on the committee, knows about it. Why them never come out and tell the country? The Governor General has no right to do this. The Governor General cannot, must not, and should not interfere in our political and legislative process. He cannot, he should not, he must not. He's been used by the Prime Minister to overthrow the legislative process because they want to fuck up the Integrity Act. Why? If we sit down and say, oh, if we criticize Mark Golden, it may get Andrew edge over him at the polls. So what if Andrew wins a third term? If Mark Golden don't work for his first term and Andrew work for his third term, so what? If Mark Golden not make it, it's because him no work for it. It is simple. You might not recognize it to be so. You know, always know me always go call out PNP as upon them slouchiness. So no, don't come here with the PNP defense. It's not going to work. Me a Jamaican, me no PNP. Me notice all on a cotton wool Mark Golden till him come in. Me no in that. Politics is about researching those. Politics is about researching those who come forward for power and put that information to the people before they get power. The title of the Gleaner article, for sure, is hold on there, wait there. GG flag legislative gap in IC operations. That's the title of the news article. The GG don't have any the crown, the monarch. The monarch cannot get involved in politics at all. At all. at all. It's forbidden. Anything that you see the monarch does, they're asked by the Prime Minister to do it. The dissolution of Parliament, Prince Charles cannot do it until the British Prime Minister requests him to do so. To sign off on a legislation or to make a political appointment, it's on the advice of the Prime Minister. Even Miss Beswick, who's been appointed to the commission, the Prime Minister has to recommend whoever is being appointed to the GG. The GG don't have the power to get up and do those things himself. It's on the advice of the government. It is forbidden for the head of state, the royal, to get involved in political or legislative process. That's why the Gleaner is calling it a rare move. That's why the Gleaner is not saying forbidden. They're calling it a rare move. It should not happen. It has never happened. The PNP knows better. The PNP full a liar over there. They are not guiding you, the people, because them are left uno PNP supporters in the dark. Make uno things that the Governor General is doing something right. Because maybe they want to come in a power, come pull the wool over on the eye and use the Governor General to do them hanky-panky like Andrew Holness and use the Governor General in a hanky-panky to overthrow the legislative process at the moment. Exactly, Jackie Walford. And not yes, Mark Golden and the PNP supporters, they allow Andrew to get away with too much. And then when we call out the PNP panic now, the PNP supporters, them come out with them protectionists of Mark Golden's slouchiness. And think that this is good enough. Good enough for me. What Mark Golden and the PNP are do. If it's good enough for no support PNP supporter, it's not good enough for me. Me high class. Me expect much. Me expect too much for what the PNP are doing. Me think it enough. The PNP should have come out for this long time and make we know say what Andrew Holness I use the Governor General to do is to overthrow the legislative process. It's forbidden. The Governor General to have him head chop off. The Governor General ought to have his head chopped off for what he has done. So this is not something likely. This is not something, wait until the PNP scratch their butt and come out. No, come out the chair where you sit down pan hat. What is wrong with the PNP? The same thing that this country use and protect Andrew Holness against Portia Simpson. We're not heading back in the same direction. Let's wait until they get in power. Let's not criticize them now, because if we criticize them, we might not get rid of Andrew. I don't care anymore. Because whether Andrew or whether PNP or Labour, only don't want good. Whether PNP or Labour, Jamaicans only don't want good. Because wherever PNP and Labour politician take on, all when not get no benefit, willing to go on blindly with open eye. Most of the time. So no, don't come here. Come cotton wool PNP. This platform is not a cotton wool environment. Over here is rocks and stones and bottles. And if we have to go hard, we throw missiles and hand grenades as well. So don't come over here with the cotton wool behavior, because we don't have time for that. We're not partisans here. We are not tribal here. We are strictly Jamaicans over here. This is not a PNP cotton wool ground. This is a place where PNP get thrown up against the wall as much as Labour does. Only that Labour get thrown up more at the moment because them provide us the throwing up. But when PNP do them bullshit, they're going to get called out over here. When PNP is useless and stand up one side and allow this government to break down with country and stay inside, I go talk. I am going to talk. Somebody have to talk. If everybody stays silent like the PNP in this country, we don't know what Andrew Holness would have done with us. God bless the vloggers. God bless the vloggers who stand in the line for our country. Half the time when they are back like stray dog, PNP is nowhere to be found. Them don't see it as an issue. So make me talk. Let me tell PNP about them slow lages, slow to jellyback, political self-way. It's only when it's political expedient for them jump out and say, woy. No, it's woy for we every day. Rostan, don't make me start on you this morning, Labour right? Don't make me start on you. So let me tell Mark Golden and the PNP, over Jamaica, yaso, don't protect slow-chism and jellybackism. A robustism and forwardness we deal with over here, because the way Andrew Holness are going, you can't sit down and play softball with Andrew Holness. Right. You see, Andrew Holness take another shot again. Andrew Holness is asking the court for an emergency appeal. No, Prime Minister, as head of the executive, that's not your position. What your attorneys ought to do, Mr. Bullshit, is make an expedited appeal. When they make that expedited appeal, Prime Minister, it is the court's duty to list it. You don't tell the court say you want it emergency. You make an expedited appeal and the court will fit it in its availability. If the court thinks it is that of a constitutional importance, they will fast track it. But remember, this court case has been in the system for some time and it wasn't viewed as that. If you want a fast track to give you leeway for the general election, that's not going to work. Be prepared to go to the Privy Council on this. Be prepared to go to the Privy Council on this. So this is Andrew Holness interfering again. You all don't understand the attack on our system while the PNP them sit down on that tree and eat mango and drink water and say, when sun cool, we will get up and finish the journey down the road. PNP, don't make me go crazy pound this morning. Don't let me slide down the gully on you all this morning. Don't. King Charles ought to pull up this boy on this. But because the whole of them is the same form of bullshit, and because Charles them not have no respect for Jamaica other than them make sure say them have them representative there. They really don't give two fuck. The PNP are the ones who ought to complain to Prince Charles about this. But you see, PNP supporters, I'm going to make Jamaica stay in the same position under Mark Golden, because it's going to be a riot, When PNP, Mark Golden wants to have clean leadership. Mark Golden, though, do have some of the corrupt old guard still are engaged with. It's going to be tough for Mark Golden when Mark Golden come in politics and PNP can't get to deal with them usual corruption. He's going to have to discipline a lot of them, or we're going to sink back into the same thing that we are fighting against with Andrew Holness. And you, the PNP supporters, you're going to come and you're going to beat us and tear us down like the labor rights are doing now. But let me tell you something. Oh, no, me I prepare for no. As much as you know prepare for it. Nobody now prepare for no like me. Me prepare for no labor rights. PNP. PNP, oh, I am preparing myself for you. Come in, you know. Me no one market G is them. PNP. Me no. So me muscle up myself. It won't be long before Mark Golden come into power. And we're going to have to hold Mark Golden and the PNP to account. Me and honor on your PNP. So when it start, don't be surprised. Come here, gear up for now. Because I go show no say, round your so. It's not political tribalism. Round your so on a political corruption. Round your so is about Jamaica. Round your so is about if you're doing a public job, you ought to do it well. And if you can't take the heat, come out of the kitchen, open the door and go to the garden. Out the cool. So I don't want nobody thinks my platform is a PNP platform. I've always made that declaration here. The older we have a consensus, we must and we have to get rid of Andrew. We agree on that. Me and not agree on nothing else. Barring, me and not agree say we have to get rid of Andrew. I never signed no other agreement with them. Say, me not go criticize Mark Golden. Me not go call out Mark Golden and the PNP. Me and no sign them agreement there. Me one will walk alone, if so be it. Because one thing me not go do is walk like Vegas and Chopper John them Irie bumbleclad fuse to be a hypocrite round here. I could be a hypocrite. I could be a hypocrite if I want. I could play to where the audience is if I want to come out here and make money and get popularity. I could play to the audience and I refuse to do it. I will walk alone. No one can corrupt me. No one can get me to entertain and protect corruption to the detriment of our country and our future. PNP, I notice you want to focus on this morning. Of course, all of us want to get rid of Andrew Holness. Of course, all of us is perturbed by Andrew Holness' continuous breaking down of governance and everything in our country. Andrew Holness went on to, there's so much meddling. You hear what Andrew Holness, I'm going to play it for you. Andrew Holness said, we don't need an opposition. And this is all a dictatorship speak. Until I go play with Rhoda. Say, hey, Rhoda, I don't even know if I thought upon you this morning, dear Rhoda. Rhoda said, the PNP are bulldozers. You want us to leave it at that until tonight? Because I have an appointment for 2 o'clock. So we're not going to take on Rhoda because we're not at the time for Rhoda right now. Because, we have to have space to take on Rhoda. The Prime Minister says, we don't need any opposition because labor rights hold us accountable. So this is how dictators speak. We are the government and we are the opposition. I'm not holding them now, educate. And when me try to do it, now I'm me the bad weed.
The Jamaica Labour Party workers are not fanatics.
Can't even listen to that fuckery right now. The most important thing I need to know is say the Prime Minister said we don't need an opposition because labor rights hold him accountable. That's the meat of the matter. That's another stripping away. You see, vlogger, PMP supporters, particularly, to respect vloggers. When everybody run away and never stand up for no country, when the PNP was one side and never cared too much because I think it was all over for them. They were so divided. Everything was going on. It was the vloggers. When the media run away, left you, the people of Jamaica, it was us, the vloggers. When the churches run away, left one, it's us, the vloggers, out here like barking dogs. When civil society turn a blind eye and refuse to stand up for no, it's us, the vloggers, until everybody have to slowly come on board. But when we talk the truth, and when we talk something what we don't like, we ready to get up in our feelings. We don't have too much feelings. PNP and labor right. We don't have too much feelings. We don't probably need to get out of our feelings and get into our powers. That's why politicians are using because in our powers, in our feelings, our emotions. And that's why that's how people lead you on a piece of rotten thread when you are in your feelings and your emotion. Tell them to test me within my powers. Why not even so face and manners and unapologetic? Because I cannot be led and rotten thread because you will give me something and I will turn around and cuss you. Because I'm not going to let you use that and control me. Get out of your emotions, Jamaican people. Get out of your emotions and engage with your powers and try and see if there'll be a change. But for now, you're too emotional. Allow people to have free speech. You all want a democracy, and when we speak, when make we talk, a open thing in the country at we. What the PNP did for help, we make it hot them too. And it only hot we and hot the PNP. So it hot me that say hot we and it don't hot the PNP them. Because if it did burn them, like it burn we, then would have find a reason as power seekers to come out pan Anjo, like how we come out pan Anjo man in noon and night. Walking to the 63. Walking to the 63 people who want power in our country. The 63 PNP. None of them don't understand the role of the Governor General or the role of Prince Charles. You mean to everybody will call themselves lawyer in Jamaica. All of us who study law have to pass constitutional law. And you learn all of that in a constitutional law. How nobody now understand that what the Governor General done is a breach, something ordered by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is using Prince Charles' office to override the legislative process, where Prince Charles can't get in British politics. So how then Patrick Allen get involved in a Jamaica politics? If Patrick Allen represent the house of pedophiles and wrong-uns in our country, how then is Patrick Allen getting involved in our politics? PNP answer the question while you're so silent on it. Why are you so silent on it? Because you all are aware of it before the Gleaner wrote about it. We weren't made aware until the Gleaner wrote about it. But you all knew. Because you sit on the commission, the committee, rather. You sit on the committee that Prince Charles wrote to, what the boy name? Patricia Allen wrote to. You all sit on the committee. At least you don't have two people on there. You mean they weren't aware? And if they weren't aware, why were they not? PNP, you can't go on. You can't go on and chop on a country to 63 people. You can't go on. But me not prepare for come down that journey there with none of you. Me prepare for stand up for my country and hold anybody in public office accountable. That's what the position of the media is. I'm not going to become Cliff Hughes. Next thing you all want to come talk, cuss me. Oh, I'm not better. No, I'm not Cliff Hughes. I'm not Chopper John. I'm not Vegas. I'm not George Davis. You hypocrites, PNP. Nobody not criticize them people, they're more around. How then, in reverse, you would want me to be silent for things that we ought to call out the PNP? And of course, me cuss the PNP now. Wanna know, say yes, something. We deal with the labor right them how they ought to be dealt with. Me now cuss the PNP because I don't think their cussing time come yet. I'm calling them out as I regularly do on their slouchiness, their losiness. They're crawling slow across the street like sluts and snakes and snails. I'm always going to do that. Me no don't like that. That now gonna say, oh, my audience don't like that. No, my audience will have to grunt and bear it, or switch off until another day, or don't just watch that particular program. But I'm going to say it. All right? I am going to say it because I'm not a KFC person. $5,000 Jamaican really can't do much for me. 5,000 English pound would be a bloody pittance. I could piss it against the wall in no time. You all can piss. I can piss 5,000 pounds against the wall in no time. So, we're chopping ourselves for 5,000 Jamaican dollar. I pity you all and your future. You think nobody could buy me for 5,000 British pound? 5,000. Something I could piss against the wall in a day or in few hours. I could go on ASOS and I could have a meltdown of trainers. And then I will wear only one trainers for the entire year, just one black trainers, even though I will buy them. So no, we're selling ourselves a KFC and all them cheap galangin and no. That's why I forgot always speak. We could not play the game. We could not play the audience in the one market G, the PNP, the everything campaign. I could be going the whole PNP hog, which is audiencing, which makes money for me, which is something all of us bloggers are interested in as part of what we do, is making money as well. Media is about money. Media can't run without money. I could be doing mix-up out there, which generates money and audiences. I chose to do what I do because of the love of my country and my people, not the love. I don't love any politician. I wouldn't aspire to be any politician. As somebody who have gone through a lot of the academic processes in law, I would aspire to politics and a raft of public services open out there to me: Department of Work and Pension, Department of Justice, Department of Home Office. There's so many different government departments that one has the knowledge to pursue. I could go to BBC. I could go to Sky. I could go to these various major broadcasters and try to get a job and start a career there. All these opportunities are open to me. I could go anywhere in the civil service. I could go in the private sector. I have people at the UN where I could try get me a job at the UN. It's where a lot of us go when we graduate from law school. We go to a lot of the UN and the big NGOs. I could go to these places where they are lucrative. You have status and you're in the middle class ranking and you all out of debt for car, you all out of debt for mortgage, you all out of debt for credit card, and oopsie daisy, I'm in the middle class bracket. Because if you don't understand what the middle class bracket is about, it's owing a lot of debt and living the life of Riley. I could be doing all of these. I could be pursuing all and some of these, or pursuing different angles and see which one I end up in. I could also go to the bar or become a solicitor case manager as well. All of these places, because of how stupid and flippant and broke bad I am glad social media provide a place like this where I don't have to succumb to the burden of being when I open my mouth, I speak on behalf of somebody else rather than speak on behalf of myself. Wanna allow me my democracy. Don't talk about democracy if you can't tolerate free speech, even though I don't believe in democracy, even though I don't care about democracy. And in ending, because I have an appointment for 2:00, so I need to get going. To the Ayatollah of Iran, continue, go harder, decimate the state of Israel. Don't stop until they are bended on their knees. Decimate the state, the illegal apartheid state of Israel. Thank you very much for being here on the Monday morning rant. You PNPs, you can go off and have a cold shower now. If I heat you up and you're in the rage to go at me, go off and have a cold shower or a cup of chamomile tea or lavender. It will definitely calm you down. Thank you for being here this morning. Join us back this evening when we will take on Lady Rhoda Moy Crawford, one of the Prime Minister's concubine, who says the People's National Party is the bulldozer party. What a rickety-tickety breakdown later on between us and the Prime Minister's concubine. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Wicked man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I seen to. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, can't sell it out, I sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red.
What's the murder? Wagwan.
How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta, can't sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday.
Now make sure tell road a Cleopatra
bring a
said.
bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man.
Tell road a Cleopatra.
And it bring a bad
Meet us
feeling
on the
to
broad
all
street this
wicked
evening.
men.
Have a thing to argue about.
You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let him hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.